Morning, Fabian. Just first of all, any team news ahead of tomorrow's game and an update on Joel Veltman? Will he be fit for tomorrow?
Joel Veltman won't be in the squad, but beside that, so it will be the same like the last game, yeah.
And after a tough week with defeats to Forest and Villa, how have the players responded in the last couple of days?
Quite well. So it's like the whole season we have to deal with setbacks, and it's always about how you come back, and that's what we said, that we have to focus on the things what makes us strong, to understand why we are in the situation, to understand what it needs to win games. And it's about small matches, it's about details, and therefore we reanalyze the game, but we always stay positive, we stay in a positive mood, and we see tomorrow the game as a big opportunity to bounce back.
Obviously you didn't get the result you wanted on Wednesday, but did you like what you saw from Gruder and João Pedro in that kind of number 10, number 9 position?
Yeah, they played a good game. Of course, after the goal we conceded, we all had a little bit the feeling that the energy went less, but overall I was happy with their performance.
Obviously, in your time in Germany, you experienced big derbies. What have you made so far of the Brighton Crystal Palace derby? Can you feel how much the fans want to win this game?
Yeah, I can feel it, and I think it's also our responsibility to give them something back. So in the first derby, we went on our highest level. We didn't give the fans that what they deserve, and I think tomorrow it's opportunity for us and also our responsibility to make it better than the last time.
Managers always say that they treat every game like each other, but is there a little bit of extra preparation when you go into a derby, or some words that you give the players, a bit more motivation?
No, I think there's already a big motivation because it's the final third of the season. It's about achieving something, it's about winning something now, and every game is and will be important, and therefore the motivation is very high. We will go all in. We try to win this game for our fans. We try to bounce back after the setbacks. That's what we always did this season so far, and that's what is inside of our team, what shows always the character from our team, and tomorrow we will prove it again.
And is that sort of the message to the players now, just 4 points behind Manchester City in 5th? I think that will most likely secure Champions League football next season. Is it just that? Is it 9 huge finals and then see what happens at the end of the season?
Yeah, it's always the question if the glass is half full or half empty, and I always see it as a half full glass, and I think that's the main message. It's like to see all the games, the upcoming games, like a final, and like this we have to prepare, and like this we will go into the games. So everything what was in the past is like it was in the past, and now it's really about winning something, and then we have to be on our highest level, and then we need two things. We need this togetherness and we need this positive energy, and this positive energy is the main thing. So you have to enjoy now the last challenges we will have. You have to enjoy it. You shouldn't be cramped. You have to enjoy it, to do it together and do it with a lot of energy, and there's our focus, and then we will go all in with the staff, with all the players, and then we see what we get.
Thank you.
Hi Fabian. Aaron Cashin made his debut for Brighton. What did you make of his performance in the final 20 minutes?
It's not easy to come into the game as a sub, especially as a centre back in a very close game where small matches make the difference. So he had a great start. Then of course he looked a bit unlucky in a personal duel, but overall he made a good impression, and it's about us helping him. It's about us, also the players and the staff members, understand we were also in a situation where we had the first impression, where we had the first start, and the starts are not always easy, but one of the value from this club is to always support the players, and we will support Cashin. We will give him the environment where he can improve. We will give him the time where he can adapt, and we will give him also the support he needs, and that's what we will do a lot with all of our players, and that's what we will do with Cashin as well.
It's also great to see Simon Adingra in from the start. What did you make of him? And he gives you a real attacking threat, doesn't he, when he starts?
Yeah, he made a good game.
In terms of Lewis, I know you said it's the same as last game, he came off. Is he available completely from the start tomorrow?
Yes, he will be available.
And does the match tomorrow take on even more significance following the results of the last 2 games, or does the fixture itself build it up enough for the players?
That's what I try to say before. It's not about focusing on the past or the things that happened in the past. There were positive, negative things. We can't influence them anymore. The only thing is about tomorrow. Focus on the present. Focus on today. How we can prepare. We should prepare the most professional we can so that we are ready for tomorrow. And then it's about using and seeing this opportunity tomorrow as a big challenge and not try to be cramped, not try to force it. Enjoy this challenge tomorrow. Enjoy to play for our fans. Enjoy to bounce back after a setback. And like I said before, we had several setbacks this season so far. It's about sticking together. It's about being positive now, having a great energy in this club, and then try to go all in. And that's what we try to do tomorrow.
And in terms of Crystal Palace specifically, they're having a really great season, albeit below you in the Premier League. What do you make of them so far?
One of the best teams in transition, one of the best teams in set pieces. So I think that's their main threat. They have a clear style of play. They press high, they press intense, they are a physical team. They are quite good, like I said, in transition. So we have to pay attention with these things.
And just finally from me, Pervis Estupinan and Jan Paul van Hekke nominated for Player of the Month for March. What do you make of their contributions for you that month?
Well deserved, because I think both of them played a great season, or play a great season so far, and they had a great month. So they are very important players for us. They develop quite good in their positions, and hopefully they can carry on with their individual development in the final third of the season, and hopefully one of them will win this title.
Fabian, how impressive is it that Pervis Estupinan's been playing so consistently last couple of games? Over 15,000 miles travelled. He seems to have his intensity back, which is obviously one of his major attributes.
It's impressive. So he's like a warrior. You can't stop him. So only like a muscle injury can stop him. So hopefully he takes care of his body. But overall, we are really happy with him. He shows his skills. He shows why we all love him. And it's because of his intensity. It's because of his resilience. It's because of we can really rely on him. And that's very important for us as a team. So hopefully he carries on like this.
And you're trying him out with a few set pieces after that free kick. He's taking a few corners as well. Do you see him having more of a role from set pieces towards the end of the season?
Yeah, he proved it, that he can play very good set pieces. So, like we always say, we have to develop a new taker. We are in the process of doing that, and he's part of the process. So, hopefully he can contribute with some great set pieces in the last games.
I know you always want consistency in terms of team selection. The central midfield area, how difficult has it been, because you've had so many different combinations of players within there? Are you still trying to find the right blend, and how challenging has that been for you?
I think it's not only about the centre mid, it's overall in the whole team that we weren't able the whole season to build this clear connection. So we had it maybe for 2 or 3 games, for example, with Georgie and Danny. Then we had it with Joao and Georgie. Now we have to build something new. The same is for the centre mid. We had Jack there together with Carlos. They were building a good relationship. At the beginning we had Yassi with Carlos. So now we have put Jack as a right back. So they're always changing, but that's a thing where we have to adapt. We had to find solutions through the whole season so far, and we will keep on finding solutions for the last part of the season. And like I said, I will never use this as an excuse. It's always about being very solution orientated and trying to find the best decisions for the team.
You've spoken about the sort of the blue and the red side of kind of going into games. Is this the classic game where you have to get the balance between the red and the passion and the intensity, and the blue and the cool and the focus?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's very important for tomorrow, but also to understand that we have a responsibility for our fans. So we don't want to have this feeling like we had the last game, so the game before against Palace again, with this feeling of being disappointed. So there can be a little bit emotions of anger, emotions of making it better than the last time. So it also brings something to your body, and I think that's very important to understand this as well. But then, like you said, it's about having a good balance during the game to make the right decisions.
They've got a very impressive defensive record. I think it's 6 clean sheets in the last 8 Premier League games. How difficult is it going to be to break down that? I know they defend as a team, but what challenges does that present for you?
Like I said, they're very physical, especially in the last line. They defend with a back 5, so the distances between each other is very compact. They have like clear triggers when to attack. Everyone defends. Everyone has the mindset to defend. They're the team, one of the best teams in the league who close the middle quite in an effective way. So it's not that easy to play through the block. So it's about finding other solutions, and therefore the most important is being patient, because if you try to force it, you will give them like opportunities to win the ball in areas they want to win the ball, and then they can attack with their transition players, and therefore you have to be very patient and try to find the right gaps.